Candidly, I've been a fan of Fifine microphones since the days of the Fifine K678, and for me, their USB microphones have been giving current players in the market something really to look out for. One of my favourite budget-friendly Fifine microphones is the Fifine K669D dynamic mic, which you've seen me use in some of my YouTube videos. Fifine reached out to me again and asked if I'd like to review their new tank. And I've got to say, I may have Fifine me a new Fifine favourite. So, this week, let's get into it. But as is customary on the channel, strap yourselves in and let's get started. Fifine have built a solid name for themselves, no pun intended, by positioning themselves as a great entry to mid-level audio manufacturer. I've reviewed a number of their microphones on the channel and feel you get a huge lot of value for your coin. The Tank 3 is no exception. I'll leave chapter markers in so you can skip to the parts that you feel are most relevant to you. I'll also compare and contrast the Tank 3 with a few other microphones that I have and give you the verdict on who I believe this microphone could be for. Plus, I'll leave links in the description to everything that I've used in this video. Before we get into the goodness, a massive thank you to the team at Fifine for sending me out the Tank 3 microphone for me to review. I do get to keep this microphone, however, everything I say are my own thoughts and my own views. Fifine have not seen, nor have they had any say in this video, so you can rest assured you'll hear candid, unbiased comments from a Brit. Right, let's cut to the chase. First and foremost, the name of this microphone, officially, it's the Fifine amplitank Tank 3, which is a bit of a mouthful. So in this video, I'm going to shorten it to the Fifine Tank 3. So let's hear what it sounds like, as that's what it's been built to do, right? To sound great. We'll leave the unboxing for later on. First, the USB output. Ready? Hi, and welcome back to the channel. It's true, my name is Norf, and this week we're testing microphones. This is the Fifine amplitank Tank 3 dynamic microphone, using the USB-C output. Now let's switch it up and go to the XLR output for this, and I'm using a high-quality WBC 1.5 meter XLR cable and my Universal Audio Volt 2 audio interface. Ready? Hi, and welcome back to the channel. It's true, my name is Norf, and this week we're testing microphones. This is the Fifine Tank 3 dynamic microphone using the XLR output. Now for comparison, I'll switch to the Fifine K669D. This is also an XLR dynamic microphone, and I expect the sound to be pretty similar. Ready? Hi, and welcome back to the channel. It's true, my name is Norf, and this week we're testing microphones. This is the Fifine K669D dynamic microphone. I'm now going to unfairly compare the Fifine mics with the Rode NT1 5th generation and my usual go-to, which is the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB, my vintage version. Ready? Hi, and welcome back to the channel. It's true, my name is Norf, and this week we're testing microphones. This is the Rode NT1 5th generation condenser microphone using the XLR output. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. It's true, my name is Norf, and this week we're testing microphones. This is my go-to Audio-Technica AT2020 USB condenser microphone. There, all of that wasn't too bad, now was it? Sound-wise, the Tank 3 is a dynamic microphone which has a cardioid pickup pattern. It has a 16-bit bit depth and a frequency response of 50 Hz to 16 kHz, slightly wider than that of the Fifine K688, according to the spec sheets. Personally, I think this is perfectly adequate for the majority of audio capture applications, especially given its very keen price point. I think the audio from this mic is clear, it's neutral, and I believe it's well balanced as well. Plus you have the flexibility of either using the USB output or you can use the XLR output, which I'm using to record the rest of this video with. You can, however, use both the outputs at the same time, should you need to split feeds or something like that. Obviously, with the XLR output, you'll need an XLR cable and you'll need an audio interface of sorts. I'm using a high-quality WBC 1.5 meter XLR cable for this particular situation, and I'm also using my Universal Audio Volt 2 audio interface. You may know that the Rode and the Audio-Technica microphones that I've used in countless videos are both condenser microphones, so they're a little more sensitive. I expect you also may have heard some other tones in my voice that the two Fifine dynamic mics may have not picked up. You'll notice that the Fifine microphones are both top address microphones as opposed to the Rode and the Audio-Technica microphones, which are side address microphones. Since having the Fifine Tank 3, I've attached it to a generic microphone scissor arm, and I've had no issues with the arm slipping or having issues supporting the weight so far. Let's see how we get on with that though. Speaking of the weight, the Fifine Tank 3 is the heaviest of all the microphones you've heard in this video. In the tank corner, the Fifine Tank 3 weighs in at 524 grams. The Fifine K669D, 415.2 grams. The vintage Audio-Technica AT2020 USB, 348.6 grams. Finally, the lightest of them all, the Rode NT1 5th generation at just 311.7 grams. The design team at Fifine, I believe, have really leveled up their game with the Tank 3 if you look closely. It has been designed to have no physical screws or external connectors holding the internals to the body. This detail projects an image of serious quality, that it has been crafted from a single piece of aluminium, which in my mind are one of the presiding factors the Fifine Tank 3 has won the prestigious 2024 Red Dot Award for product design. In fact, the AM8 and the Tank 3 are both Red Dot Design Award winners, and winning the Red Dot Award boosts Fifine's credibility by highlighting its design excellence and innovation. This award is intended to boost consumer trust, serves as a powerful marketing tool, and reinforces Fifine's reputation for producing high-quality audio equipment, supposedly giving it that competitive edge in the industry. It's actually great recognition in my mind, as this microphone looks delightful, and I'm sure you've guessed the Tank 3 gets its name from being built like a proverbial one. Though I'd say it doesn't operate like one. Far from it. It has been designed to instill confidence in its durability. Finished in matte black and a sort of pewter colour, the Tank 3 feels solid and well constructed, with no loose parts or signs of poor manufacturing. There are two dials and one button that all feel well textured, and in fact, all three actuate well and are really smooth. One thing to note on the Tank 3 is that the two dials and the button are only active when the USB-C output is in use. If you're using the XLR output, these controls become inactive and don't work. Fifine seem to have simplified their unboxing experience, in that when I removed the outer delivery packaging, I was greeted with a very simple no-frills box with the 3 items inside. Personally, I'm really good with this, as my initial perception is that Fifine seem to be reducing their carbon footprint by simplifying their packaging. That said, I did think the use of the amplitank font and branding was subtle, and it worked really effectively on the inside sections of the box. I'm curious to know if the unit that was made available to me was a version that had gone through some sort of cost reduction exercise, or perhaps it was one of the early first released production units. No matter, as this means less to recycle. Lift the lid and you're greeted with the Tank 3 user guide. Below the foam inserts you'll find the 2.5 meter or just over 8 foot long USB cable and the Tank 3 itself. The Tank 3 is substantial and feels like a quality piece of engineering. The single-sided yoke looks great and is removable, though I can't see why you'd want to do that, as at the other end you'll find the 3/8 and 5/8 mounting options already baked into the yoke. I think this is a great idea. However, there are some that find this mildly annoying. For me, it means you don't have to carry around a pocket full of 3/8 to 5/8 adapters, which in my mind is a win. If you're just starting out a podcast, or you want to upgrade to a better quality microphone, and you don't want to break the bank, but you're looking for something that really does exude quality, you won't go far wrong with the Fifine Tank 3. It's priced super well, and at the time of putting this video together, you'll part with £93 from your favourite Western online retailer. For me, I'll be using this microphone for the next few weeks for any conference calls that I'll be on, and other potential podcast or voiceover projects that I'm currently working on. However, I'm curious to know what you think. Would you consider picking up one of these microphones for an audio project that you're working on? If so, how do you think this microphone would make you sound? Do let me know in the comments. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.